Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you or having you guys watch me resin, and this is going to be a watch me resin of the Daiso UV craft resin set and the Daiso UV craft resin. So just to give you an up close look, this is a UV craft resin by Daiso, and I got this last year actually and didn't use it, and I'm going to show you now because I have a couple UV resins now and I like experimenting. I like sharing with you guys what it's like while I'm experimenting so you can choose what's best for you. So together these were 200 yen, which is roughly $2 US, and I'm not sure if you can find it in international Daisos, but if you can, awesome, definitely try it out. But now I'm just going to get on with the demo. While I'm unpackaging this, I'd like you guys to also check out my friend Sarah. She actually did this kit in the past, and her channel is Sweetnessoverloaddd. She's really sweet, and I think you guys will enjoy her channel. So just in case I get these questions, so this is a Daiso brand. Daiso is from Japan, so the primary language there is Japanese, but as you can see, there is English instructions, so you can also, read the instructions on the back on how to use this. And there is also, I think, Spanish instructions. It could be Portuguese, but I'm pretty sure it's Spanish. And then according to the back, you should store this in like a not too cold and not too hot place. So store at 20 degrees Celsius, which is 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And I always stored it in a cardboard box and put it in the corner of my room. Now according to this should cure in 5 to 30 minutes depending on the season from direct sunlight, but I think I'm going to be using my UV lamp. I'm not completely sure yet, so we'll see. And just like with the resin, the kit also has instructions in English, and obviously the kit is separate from the actual resin, so you would have to buy the little UV resin apart from it. So it says things you would need would be the liquid craft resin, pliers, scissors, craft glue, tweezers, toothpick, and everything else is included in the kit. So now that we have everything before us, I'm just going to have my pliers and my scissors as well, just so we can get started. Now it says step 1, cut the base paper to the desired size. So that's over here. So I've cut out my shapes. So here is the shape that I cut out for the oval, and it's nearly a perfect fit. And then the one that I cut out for the heart. Now I did get some glue because it says to glue it down before adding any resin, so that's what I'm going to do. So now the next step, which is step 2, apply some glue to the base, which we've did that, and pour the liquid craft resin into the base. Taking my resin, and there is a little like silver closure, so you just use the back of the cap to poke a hole. There is kind of a strong smell to it. Like most UV resins I feel like don't smell bad at all, but this one is a little stronger. I can see that it seems a little yellow, but I'm not sure if that's just like me seeing stuff. So I'm going to use my toothpick to spread it out, and then we're going to continue. So the oval cameo I put under UV lamp, and as you can see, the resin is a little yellow, and there seemed to be some kind of deterioration between the paper and the resin. So you can see this kind of black smoky mark in the middle, and I feel like that might be the glue in the back that kind of maybe seeped through the paper, and then the UV resin on top kind of made it yellow. So I wasn't too pleased about that, but I decided to continue with the demo because I had already gotten this far. And then the third step, which was step 3, was to start cutting and adding the plastic film onto the cameo, and that's what I started doing. Alright, so this one was sitting out in the sun, and it is a little drier now. So I say drier because it's still a little sticky, but that's perfect for when we put on the plastic film so that it can stick onto the piece. So this has been under the UV lamp for about 10 minutes, and I actually really like how it turned out so far. So the last step, or step number 4 before the last step, is that we can make sure the surface is dry and pour in the liquid resin again. For a beautiful finish, apply the resin so that it's shaped like a mound. And as you can see, you technically don't need to do that step, but for me, I am going to do that because I do see some small like bubbles maybe that just popped while curing, so I am going to dome it once more and then put it back under the lamp. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes and I put this under the UV lamp for 20 minutes and it's not sticky at all. It is completely hardened. And the reason why I put it under UV lamp for 20 minutes because I think the recommended usually for UV resin is 3 or like 5 to 10 minutes. I put it in for 20 because each of the layers weren't fully hardened when I was still working with it from my windowsill. I don't have a backyard or anything, so that's not an option for me to literally put it outside. But otherwise, I think it looks great, and I love the message. It says, where there is a will, there is a way. And again, the yellowing doesn't bother me very much because of the style. You know, it's very vintagey. But this is it. And the last step of the paper. Now, step number 5 is arrange your choice parts, which is adding in all the other accessories that came with the kit. So I'm going to do that. So here I have the 2 bezels attached with their accessories. So this one I made into a necklace, added in a little bow charm, and then over here I have a keychain or like a cell phone strap kind of thing going on with an Eiffel Tower. Now I do have a leftover key metal charm right here, which I think would be really cute to put in something else. And with the extra supplies, you know, there's obviously still some extra plastic film, and there was some extra papers right here. You can always feel free to put these in other resin projects, but I think this was super fun. It was a lot of experimentation, and I do want to say that I think that because I haven't used this kit in over a year and I bought it a year ago, it's possible that, you know, throughout that time something may have happened with the resin. The paper could have been kind of old, so that is something I would like to mention. And otherwise, I think it's great. Now, another thing I want to mention that I think is kind of a con is this resin, in my opinion, it smells really strong, and I can't put a word to it because I got some on my skin. And I would like to mention, this is different than epoxy resin. You do not have to wear gloves when using this resin. You still can if you'd like, but from what I'm aware of, UV resin is, I can't say less harmful, but it is slightly less harmful than epoxy resin, but you still obviously shouldn't ingest it, shouldn't rub your eye with it, and if you do get it on your skin, you should definitely wash it off. But I've been told that you don't need to wear gloves when using UV resin. I may be wrong. If I am, I will correct myself in the description box below. But this smell is really strong. There's kind of like a tangy smell to it, plus chemicals, and it's just really pungent, and I didn't really like it. There is 5 grams in this, and this is more than enough to maybe make 3 more bezel creations like this. So I think this is perfect for doming. I would definitely recommend a UV lamp because even with the sunlight, as I mentioned earlier, this one is still a little kind of frictiony across the piece. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, let me know down below. And if you would like to see me do other 100 yen crafting or cheap crafting kits, or have anything that you want to see on this channel, please let me know. I was really excited to film this tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you. Bye.